What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. Welcome to our daily show where we discuss everything going on here in our country, in Washington, D.C., and everything you need to know about on a daily basis, including money, investing, the stock market, you name it. We cover it all here on our YouTube channel. The fourth stimulus package update, stimulus check update, and daily news. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, make sure to click the subscribe button down below. Right now, it's completely free to do so. This way you won't miss out on new videos that come out here every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also, thanks so much for hitting the like button for us down below. In this video, we're going to cover how Russia may be planning to take over more countries and how this has kind of been revealed. That's right. Also, how seniors may be owed more money. We're going to go over that here as well. We got a lot to talk about here in this video. The president of Belarus, an ally of Russia, apparently displayed a map suggesting that Russia plans to attack Moldova, a small country next to Ukraine that has a population of around only 2.6 million people, compared to Ukraine, which has 44 plus million people. So the question here is Russia going to attack more countries in addition to Ukraine? Here's what happened. Russia may be planning aggressive moves against more countries, including the Republic of Moldova, according to a map Belarusian President Alexandra Lukashenko displayed during a meeting of his country's Security Council. He is a close ally of Russian President Putin. He allowed Putin to use Belarus as a staging ground for his invasion of Ukraine, and is reportedly planning to commit his own country's troops to the conflict. So he's definitely a Russian ally. The map, which Financial Times Moscow bureau chief shared on Twitter, shows Ukraine split into its 4 operational command districts and features red arrows that appear to indicate planned troop movements. One of those arrows operates in the southern Ukrainian port sea Odessa, which Russian troops have not yet reached, and terminates on the other side of the Moldovan border. In January, Ukrainian intelligence warned that Russia could initiate false flag operations in Moldova to justify intervening in the pro-Russian separatist-controlled region of Transnistria. And don't forget, in 2014, Putin seized control of Crimea, another portion of land as well. Here is the map. It's going to be really hard for you to see, but I just kind of wanted to show it to you just to show you that this is true. And yeah, so I don't think that they really, again, this is what's inside their own Security Council. I don't think they really meant for this to be shared nationally across the world, but it was. So this is kind of now national news, and I don't even know what to say about this. And the question is going to be here is that, does the United States, the EU, all these different countries in Europe, I mean, there's literally dozens and dozens of countries, as well as Crimea, Moldova, the United Kingdom, Ukraine, all these different countries. Are we going to allow Russia to just start taking over country after country after country? But I mean, it's just such a, on the other hand, you have World War III. Or short of that, you have all these sanctions and trying to do just everything you can short of that. It's, like I said, it's a difficult situation. Meanwhile, Russia just continues to send more troops into Ukraine. They have a 40-mile convoy going into Ukraine here today. And you can see the headline here from Yahoo News. Russia forces escalate attacks on Ukraine's civilian areas. Civilian areas. Yeah, bombarding the central square in Ukraine's second biggest city and Kiev's main TV tower in what the country's presidents called a blatant campaign of terror. Quote, nobody will forgive, nobody will forget. Meanwhile, the world's richest man, Elon Musk, the founder of Tesla and SpaceX, was asked by Ukraine to help provide internet to the country of Ukraine, especially as fears that Russia is going to try to knock out their internet. And Elon Musk obliged them and provided Starlink satellite internet to Ukraine and is launching more. He's launching rockets into space. I know this sounds crazy, but this is true. He's launching rockets into space as we speak, and he launched more yesterday and the day before. So he's launching rockets into space, satellites into space with his Starlink internet, and providing more satellite internet to Ukraine. As Ukraine asked him to do this. And you can see this headline here. Ukraine thanks Elon Musk for Starlink internet amid Russian invasion. So again, Ukraine's getting multiple different ways of help. They're getting weapons from the EU. They're getting money from the US, and all sorts of different countries are providing help. Just not directly involved in the war per se, although the US and other countries like the EU are supplying weapons. So the question is, will it be enough to stop Russia? Meanwhile, seniors and retirees may be owed a refund from Medicare. As you can see here on the screen, Medicare owes retirees a refund, says a powerful senior group that you guys know well if you've been watching our channel. Could Social Security retirees get back some money they paid into Medicare this year? It's a possibility. Retirees faced a large Medicare premium increase this year in 2022. For many, this money is taken out of their Social Security checks. It's possible seniors are being overcharged for Medicare and may be entitled to a refund. Seniors on Social Security have faced many financial challenges this year, despite the fact they received the highest cost of living adjustment in 4 decades. But we know that that has its own challenges as well, including reducing SNAP benefits, which I have advocated for you guys that needs to be changed. We need to get a bill introduced this year to prevent that from happening. That needs to have significant changes to it. I've sent out messages on Twitter to Congress and to the president. They need to stop that from happening. In addition to surging prices on goods and services, Medicare premiums rose significantly and ate up a large portion of the raise most retirees got in 2022. Now, however, a powerful senior group is arguing that Medicare may owe older Americans a refund. And some lawmakers also agree. Getting interesting now, huh? If the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services act, retirees could find themselves with higher Social Security checks in the coming months, and perhaps even a back payment for a portion of big premiums they already paid this year. Here's what you need to know. Why seniors may be owed a refund for large Medicare premiums. The Senior Citizens League, who is becoming one of our favorite advocacy groups for older Americans, was established back in 1992 and focuses on lobbying lawmakers and informing the public about relevant issues. Recently, the organization called for retirees to receive a refund for a portion of the Medicare Part B premiums they have paid this year. For most retirees, These premiums cost $170.10 in 2022 and are withdrawn directly from the Social Security checks. This is up from $148.50 per month from last year. Some higher earning Americans pay even more. The Senior Citizens League believed the large year-over-year premium increase wasn't actually justified and that retirees are paying more than they should. It appears that Medicare is overcharging 57 million older and disabled beneficiaries for their Part B coverage this year, says Mary Johnson, the Medicare and Social Security policy analyst for the Senior Citizens League, in a new press release. The organization's position is based on the fact that around half of Medicare's premium increase was attributed to the cost of one single drug, Alduham. The new Alzheimer's medication was priced at $56,000 per patient when the premiums were set. Since Medicare took over the drug, though, it took these expected costs into account when establishing Part B premiums for 2022. First of all, $56,000 for a dosage or for the cost of that is absolutely insane. First of all, how they even allow that or per se, I mean, it's just the cost of that, how they didn't negotiate that or anything is just insane. However, the cost of Alduham has now been cut in half. And hey, I mean, I guess that's a good start, right? And patients can now be treated for $28,200. So maybe they did negotiate it. And I mean, hey, at least cutting it in half, that's a significant savings. It's still expensive, but cutting it in half, that's a savings of, well, $28,000. The reduction in price, now coupled with the fact that few patients are likely to be prescribed this medication this year since it's still in clinical trials, and I believe they said from a previous article that you have to actually be in the clinical trial to even get the prescription, may mean that Medicare will be spending far less than anticipated. So there's going to be only few people that actually get this and actually pay for this. And if half of the cost of living adjustment was because of just this one drug, there should be a significant refund just based on what I'm hearing, right? I mean, if you just kind of think about this logically, that should be a significant refund if we're just thinking about this. And this is what the Senior Citizens League and some lawmakers are saying as well. If that's the case, retirees should get a break. Specifically, the Senior Citizens League. The Senior Citizens League isn't alone in its belief retirees are being overcharged. More than 30 lawmakers wrote to the administrator of the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services asking for a reconsideration in the large hike in Part B premiums, and the Department of Health and Human Services secretary, and also urged CMS to reduce Medicare costs in light of the price break for Alduham. It remains to be seen if this change occurs, but if it does, it could potentially provide some relief for the ongoing financial struggles for seniors and coping with this year by allowing them to keep more of their Social Security raise for other costs and keeping more money in your pocket. What's also interesting here, though, is that if they do get this change done, which it makes 100% sense because, well, not only, if anything, the price has been reduced in half, it's $28,000 less. So, and if this accounted for half of the cost of living adjustment, they're almost, I mean, if we're just thinking about this logically, there probably has to be some type of adjustment here. It just has to be calculated, figured out, and go through the process of them doing it, right? And think about this. That was a cost of living adjustment that goes on every year. It's not just for this year. That's something that goes on every year. So that would be a savings in the cost of living adjustment that could be reduced every year going forward. Because remember, that change that went from $148.50 to $170.10, remember that happens and stays for every year. It's not like it goes down, right? We've never seen that go down. So if it goes down this year because of that change, if they make that change, that would make that savings happen and then we wouldn't have to pay that every year going forward. So that's not just like a one-time savings. It would be a savings that would be prevented and would be captured for every year going forward, if you get what I'm saying. So you know what I'm saying? Instead of paying 170 every year, and if they reduce that, that would be 170 we wouldn't have to pay every year going forward, if you kind of get what I'm saying here. So let's hope that that happens here, and maybe even receive a refund or back pay or something like that. I'll keep you up to date here, and this is a very significant thing here for seniors, because it could be a refund, and it could mean you won't have to pay that much next year, and the year after that, and the year after that. Now, of course, there'll be some adjustments going forward here, but again, there won't be more adjustments on top of that 170, right? It's still savings in addition to this. So this is a pretty significant thing. Also, the stock market continues to slide, and we've had several kind of up days here, but it's still near a one-year low. The price of oil and the price of gas are rising significantly here. I'll get to that here in a second. The Dow Jones down 600 points here today. Wow, what a significant, you can see here, this is a one-year chart here. It's at 33,300 basically. It's just about almost at a one-year low. This is a one-year chart here, so just about almost at a one-year low. So that's a significant, if you're a long-term investor, probably pretty close to a good time to buy. It's always hard to catch the exact bottom, but this is, I mean, again, we're at a pretty much a bottom of a one-year low. So yeah, it's a pretty decent time to buy. You can see the S&P 500 here also down 1.55%. The price of oil and the price of gas spiking again. You can see the price of crude and the price of Brent crude both around $105 a barrel. Whew. Man, it's just, you can see here, breaking news, oil inches closer to $110. It's at $105 right now. And again, this whole Russia conflict just continues to just batter the price of oil. This is going to make the price of our gas go higher, as I've been telling you guys here on our channel. And I told you guys about this even before it happened. Even if we don't buy any gas from Russia, this is going, we buy about, from latest reports, we buy about 8% of our oil from Russia, but about 38% of our gas we export. So we could stop buying from Russia, but that would cause our gas prices to go up, because it's just supply and demand and fear. It's just kind of how things work. But just not export. But then you have to deal with, BP and Shell and Exxon, they're the ones exporting it, and you got to kind of mandate that and stuff. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here. Also, President Biden did not make his speech yet until after the filming of this video. So we'll be talking about that in the morning. He's having a big speech here tonight. He's going to be talking about his new stimulus package, probably called Made in America, as well as what's going on with Russia and the price of oil and everything. We'll be talking about that here tomorrow, and what we're going to be expecting from that going forward here. So make sure you tune in tomorrow at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on our YouTube channel. Make sure to click the subscribe button down below if you haven't yet. It's completely free to do so. To subscribe, it just makes it so the algorithm will show you our videos, and you won't miss out on new videos. So click subscribe right now if you haven't yet, and also help us reach 400,000 subscribers. We're at 399,000. So you guys are pretty awesome, and I will keep you up to date here with everything. You can click here to watch my newest video next, and you can also click here to see how seniors could get a raise to $1,341 of Social Security, and there's an actual bill to do this. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.